what happened? What's the one moment that led you down that road?
I mean, I was an accountant first at a
Mm-hmm.
hotel. It was Wexford Court Hotel at the time. I was an accountant there, and I went to a party at Aquasol. And the day I watch the soap man and I look on him and I ask him, so how much money I make for a night? And the soap man tell me say I make about $80,000 a night. That is the moment we decide to quit my
That,
job
that, that was almost 20 years ago, 15
at
years ago or so.
2010. So that time I decided, say, you know what, I quit my job as a
Broad
accountant.
career.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
They say I
some.
waste time.
Yeah, man,
Yo,
waste time.
right
Man,
now,
I
no.
Welcome to another episode of the Kommon Cents podcast, and thank you for joining us. So today we're diving into what it truly takes to build a scalable business and practice real financial accountability and create opportunities right here in Jamaica. So if you love the content, please just like, share, and subscribe. Also check us out on Spotify and on all our socials at CommonCentsUniversity.com. Common Sense, make it make sense. Our guest today is a visionary entrepreneur who has turned strategic foresight into a multi-industry footprint. And he's the founder and CEO of Anglin Global Affiliates Limited. He spearheaded operations spanning BPO facilities, commercial real estate, strategic investments, from managing large-scale infrastructure to driving local economic growth. He understands the real mechanics behind capital, risk, and cash flow. Please help us welcome none other than the founder, CEO of Anglin Global, Omar Anglin.
thanks,
Omar,
man.
welcome to Kommon Cents, man.
Welcome to Common Sense Podcast, man. How go on?
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure
Well,
Yeah,
having
me
man,
here,
definitely.
Jackson, I call out
Long time the one if
the
you help
great
me now.
achievement, you know.
you.
Jackson, me, I
Yeah.
call it the great achievements, man. I said, Jaja, I'm going to say superhero who stop the villain, all the things here going with you.
No,
Yeah.
but actually, also we have in the
Yeah.
house Mr. Witter, the legend. Big up yourself, Witter.
That is it.
All right,
That is it.
so we have a very interesting one for you guys, and I feel like um, you know, this one is gonna be very educational and big up to the Mobia people, them. All right, I think this is the first Mobia guest we have in other place, so
Yeah.
we have to big him up. Yeah, man.
All right, I'm have
But
to represent them.
before we talk business, Omar, I think people want to kind of know you. So who's the man behind all of this business?
Well, no man no behind the business still.
That is it.
Why?
No man no behind the business, but there's a wife still. There's a wife and a business partner, a life partner, you know. But
Hmm.
to answer the question still, um, you know, I'm a family man, jovial, husband. You know, I have two sons, Nathan and Jackson. Big them up. And you know, I'm a learner of life, and I also love to teach. And I talk business all the while. I always say if it's not business, I don't business. You understand? Yeah.
That is it. You know,
Jackson
so
ain't talking to your father, man.
you know,
Yeah.
so you know, so, for when we ask about that Jackson, they come, I feel like say, somebody
Mhm.
inspired that name, there,
Trust
Yeah.
me, I know you. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, man, but definitely, you have to big up your wife because she did it for a day one. You see me?
Yeah,
She did it
man.
for a day one for a long time. From how much years now? I know you, right?
Mhm.
From day one, she did it. I understand. So yeah, man, you have to
Yeah,
big her up and yeah, man,
man,
definitely good to
18
see.
years, man.
18 years now. Damn.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about where you grew up. Like, what was your younger years like?
Well, born and grew up in a flanker. You know that place there, them call it bad people place. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a Bay. Yeah, you know, I grew up in a family where father and mother was neighbors. Mother side was Christian. On my father's side, I have a sound system in our community from them younger times there. And you know, it's very interesting growing up that way because, you know, growing up in the church. and also of the street side. So I believe my perfect mix, in the street, in the church. I'm a father do business, like him never work for nobody. You understand? So my father was that entrepreneur from me know him till now. So yeah, it's just like that for me.
That blood, eh?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's always good, cause it's like you have that role model and you have the blueprint from this. So.
All right,
Yeah.
so based on what you just mentioned, let's have a few questions asked. Like, which high school, your school years, primary, high school, which school you started?
Well, primary school, Chetwood Memorial Primary, and
Mm-hmm.
high school, William Nib.
Yeah, name.
Oh,
Yeah,
bold
man.
school.
Usain Bolt, yeah.
You're the runner to your track star.
You know me, I Usain Bolt run. I'm come
And me
second.
just say you guys
Listen, man,
supposed to
listen, man.
go school about
Your
the same
resume
time.
already impressive. We don't need to
No,
hear that,
man.
man.
No, me run with Usain Bolt and come second for real, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, me
That's
and
it.
him alone did a run still.
Oh, yeah, me just gonna ask that can I say second. And I know he has a runner.
So, in high school, like, what type of student were you? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, one at the back of the class, man, with us whole vibe, or you're the up front. Who were you in school, in high
All
school,
right,
so to speak?
here we go now. So, I always in my brightest class then.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in the, I don't want to use the word bottom still, but I was not a top 10 student. You
Yeah, yeah.
understand? But I always found myself in the brightest class. You
Amongst the
understand?
circle of the, yeah, yeah. So, you mentioned that your father was always an entrepreneur, and it's like
Mhm.
it's a thing that is in the blood. So from high school, you were praying that you're not free to be like policeman, doctor, you know what I mean, lawyer, none of them things that.
No, I remember like career day when everybody dressed up like what they want to be. You understand? When I went up on career days, I always said I want to be rich. You understand? Whatever
That's
I'm
it.
We
very
can
rich.
see how to do that.
Yeah. We just
Yeah, man.
wanted to be rich. I never want to be no policeman, no doctor, lawyer, none of that. I just wanted to
Yeah.
be rich.
So,
Yeah.
what point did you, feel like, all right, realize that entrepreneur, that's a part that you want to take?
I mean, there are several things that contributed to it. As I said, my father was an entrepreneur. I want to big up to Earl Anglin, call him Nutsy, you know. So seeing my father doing business, you understand, that kind of contribute to it. And also during high school, from high school days, me always sell in a school same way. When other people are sell sweetie and them thing, them I sell like clocks and phone, and them thing them usually. Yeah, man.
Every day
Yeah, I
you're
think big
hustling.
time.
Yeah, man, we had a business from back then.
Hey,
I try to be different. So I boss the clocks them, my boss couple flip phone when them just come out first colored screen phone, you know, them things there. Camera phone, first camera phone. Yeah.
wow. Say one of the things that I've noticed with almost every single entrepreneur that we've interviewed on the podcast so far, all of them used to sell in a school. Every
Yeah.
single last one of them they had a business idea from school days. So yeah, man, greatness from younger days. So what was your so outside of like I guess that was more of an informal venture. What was your first like formal business venture where you take on?
Um, that would be my accounting business, Anglin Accounting and Procurement Services, where I do bookkeeping services for small business within Montego Bay. So that was my first real venture that is registered. Yeah.
Always about the money.
Well, not just about the money, I
But
extract
managing the money.
values too, but
Yeah.
the money have to be part of it.
Yeah,
Or
man, I know how to
part
manage
of
it and
it.
all that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I heard you talk about the accounting aspect. So
Mhm.
um you're not doing that right now. So what happened at what given moment you said, listen, I'm gonna go for the business that you're in right now? What happened? What vision did
Which one?
you the call center aspect of it? What vision did, ancestors dreaming and say, I mean, try this or that, or what happened? What's the one moment that lead you down that road and say that
Well,
this is a market that you need to tap into?
well, before I answer that question, I mean, I was an accountant first at a
Mm-hmm.
hotel. It was Wexford Court Hotel at the time. You understand? And I was an accountant there, and I went to a party at Aquasol. I see a soup man, and me I buy like chicken foot soup at a
Mm-hmm.
party at the gate, and the soup man. See, soup man basically take out a gallon of water, jug of water, and throw in a soup pot and start stir it and put some scallion and knead up some flour and say give him 15 minutes. And I did I watch the soap man and I look on him and I ask him, so how much money you make for a night? And the soap man tell me say I make about $80,000 a night. That is the moment we decide to quit my
That
job
that
as
that
an
was almost 20 years ago, probably.
oh man,
No, probably not 20, but probably
I
15 years
thought
ago or so.
2010. Yeah, around
Yeah.
2010 or 09. Yeah. So that time I decided, say, you know what? I quit my job as an
Run career.
accountant. Yeah,
Yo,
I'm gonna do
I say I
some.
waste time.
Yeah, man,
Yo,
waste time. The
right
man
now,
I make.
Right now, if
Yeah.
a woman say, wait, and them the money soup back, make.
Yo,
Hey,
you see
Soapy,
soup
you want
man,
my company,
soupy, soupy and porridge man ramp with them man. They make money. So them I make the man I make when man I make in a night, that I make for a month at the
A
time
month.
in my job. And
Yeah.
besides, so I start, me know accounting, so start my accounting business and start the bookkeeping. You understand? So I want to be my own boss. But it
Mm-hmm.
end up now, I have 10 clients at the time. I charge what $30,000 at the time to the bookkeeping services. I make
Mm-hmm.
300,000 a month. They make good money, but then you feel like me have 10 bosses. So 10 bosses I think me
Mm.
want to
Mm-hmm.
do, me never too like that. You understand? But when I transition and now is like into BPO at the time. My friends, my wife work in the BPO industry, and everybody grew up naive and I talk about them day. And them always have some exciting stories and drama
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the BPO. Nobody never want to hear about accounting, because accounting boring to them.
Boring. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So everybody had talk about what happening at call center. I always listen to them and I say, yo, we need some of them excitement there. So I go do an interview seeking a job at a BPO. Go Xerox and
Mm-hmm.
spend few months there. But them end up put me in the accounting department, so we don't have no experience. But I was exposed to the back office.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm.
understand? I see how certain things work.
Blessing in disguise, eh?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see
the
how certain
renting.
things work,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
say, no, you know what?
We can't do this.
We need to open my own call center. We can't do this. So I tell all of my friends them to resign because we start with one call center, and that was in 2014. So that's how my transition moved from doing accounting into
So
venture
that
into
was the moment.
BPO.
The soap man actually gave the vision to make you know, so, you know what I mean? You need to do
Nine to
something
five
on
is
your
not
own.
it.
Yeah, the soap man let me step out from the 9 to 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Do one thing, yeah.
But we're starting, I know, it sounds good. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Let's start a business. But business come with so much obstacles and all of this. What was something that happened where you said, boy, I'm not sure if we can do this enough? And how did you actually transition or overcome it?
I mean, in life and in business, you always I gotta have some obstacle, some challenge. You understand? And I've failed, like even with the call center, we failed like 4 months in doing business. You
Mm,
understand? 4 months into the business, we failed. And that was basically we were, robbed by a broker. The broker paid us the first time. The second time he paid us half of the money. The third time we no hear from him. fourth month we have faith, nothing at all. You understand? I basically
Mm.
lose it all. I lose a lot during that period. It was is a moment that, you know, I didn't know what to do, but I never gave up and I'm glad I never did. So it was my failure. That failure kind of made me, well, not kind of, that failure is instrumental to making me who I am today. You understand? Because now I know what not to do. You understand? So
Learning from experiences,
learning
literally.
from experience. So basically what I do is start sell out me start liquidate my assets them. Sell out the cubicles, the computer, the locker, everything what we use in our call center. I realize say, these products are being sold for way more than what I purchased it for. And I said, what,
Mm.
this is the business that I should be doing, not running a call center, but supplying them. And the
Interesting.
very moment when I do that, yeah, kick off.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
love the way you
It,
think,
it was very it was very it was very convenient for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
around about the same time I was starting my call center.
Yeah,
So
that's how we met.
yeah, that's how we
Yeah.
went. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed equipment, so you know, and I thought that you were selling them way, well, not thought, you were selling them way cheaper than almost everybody else. So even though you
Exactly.
were making a profit, it was still a good deal for me at the time, and we started doing a lot of business from there. But yeah, man, it's very interesting to hear the backstory of how you got to that point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think you said something very powerful a while ago regarding failure, and a lot of people are afraid to fail, right? But similarly to how I tell you that almost everybody said that they used to sell in school or they started selling in school. Almost everybody have a failure story just the same. Where they fail and that learning opportunity is what propelled them into greatness, basically, right? So, so all right. So now you started this new venture where you're supplying call centers with inventory, if you want to call it that, are supplies
Mm-hmm.
and computers and cubicle and chair and everything. Um, what would you say gave you the confidence, to continue doing business even after like facing all of those obstacles? Because you could have just sell out all of the stuff that you had and be like, all right, we sell everything, good riddance. Gone back to my accounting thing.
Well, that was the year my first son born, 2014. You understand? And you just have a child.
pressure is on.
The
Bills.
pressure is on, yeah, me have to,
Reflection.
pampers and wipes and baby feed and have to buy. So,
Mm-hmm.
the family component was the number one reason why I have to continue. I couldn't give up. You understand? And upon selling out the inventory, after I sold everything that I got, um the clients keep asking for more. 'Cause, BPO was on a rapid growth
Yeah, yeah.
during those times. You understand? So it reached a point where now we can't get enough cubicles. You understand? We can't import enough cubicles, so we start manufacture cubicle. We're letting some woodwork man and some upholstery people design with cubicles. You understand? We start liquidate computers from in Florida. You understand? So all of those things. So I realized that the BPO clients didn't want just the inventory. They have a need for space and readily available space. And that is the light bulb moment for me. 'Cause I listened and then I said, you know, instead of selling the computer, the cubicle, lockers, and chairs, I could actually find the space and put all of those things
Mm.
inside the space and collect a monthly rental. And that is how I got into
Is that
real
man
estate.
reinventing himself every minute?
Every minute. Hey,
Yeah.
you know,
Your peers keep up to you and these ideas. How them keep up?
Well, like can you
So
real
what them not tell us say I
entrepreneur?
go too hard? Why is that next thing again?
Yeah, man,
How that
I've
work?
there I go, man. Yeah, but I fell in love with what I do, you understand? So you not even feel like me I work hard really. You
I have a
understand?
passion for it, yeah.
Yeah, I have a passion for it. So yeah man, that get me into real estate and it just work. And it work beautiful back in the days.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, man. So, and I think the first time like I came down here, you gave me a tour. I'm like, wait, you in charge of all of this?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking back, I'm like, wait, but not just the other day you were selling, computers and things. Oh, you like, well, go on. So I was trying to do the maths in my head. So now you have to tell me how the maths work because I
Yeah,
think
watch
there's
him man
a.
pocket. Yeah, watch him man pocket. What the man can
No,
secret.
we're not pocket watching. We're
Yo.
not that we are talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm
What's
talking
the
about
start? What's the
the
start?
transition. What was that
Transition.
transition like?
At Anglin Global, we believe that world-class properties deserve world-class management.
Well, the transition, I mean, that transition couldn't have happened without failing. And that is why I never fear failure. Anytime failure come my way, I smile, I'm happy. I sit back and say yes, because once I fail, you just know, say, you position yourself now to success. You're closer to success. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So I was making really good money because I was leasing the cubicles, every cubicle within the call center was leasing for 250 US dollars per seat per month, right?
And that's
But fully equipped, turnkey. We
fully
call it
equipped.
turnkey
Yeah.
or plug and
Turnkey.
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I was instrumental in bringing in a lot of companies here in Jamaica. You understand? So I was basically, on a globalization tour, bringing companies who want to offshore or outsource their work here to Jamaica. I was the best bet for getting started. I could allow a call center to start within less than a week because I have the space, I have everything. But something happened. I was making money and I wanted, to raise capital. And my banker told me I don't have any collateral. So I said, what you mean I don't have any collateral? I have 1,000 computers, I have cubicles, I have all of that.
Depreciating.
Yeah, them not really accept those. You
Mhm.
understand, as collateral. So I was making money, but I wasn't creating any wealth. And that now allow me to really transition into ownership
Yeah, set up,
of
man. Yeah,
real
set up.
estate.
Mm.
Yeah. So I've been going around setting up leasing spaces, setting up other people's space, doing all those lease improvement, and I wasn't owning anything. So from that conversation with the bankers now, and I said, you know what? Time for me start owning some real estate. And
That is it.
See what I'm talking about there? From the BPO investment, then you go
Mhm.
to the real estate, right?
Yeah.
And based on my knowledge, you're also in restaurant as well.
Yes, sir.
That's some diverse transition. They don't even go. All right.
We go
tell me
hand in
why
hand, you
all
know.
these diverse.
All
They,
right.
they do.
Let me show you how we go.
Me see
Talk
how
to
it
me,
work.
talk to
When
me,
me come
talk to
down
me,
there
talk to
one
me,
day,
talk
Yeah,
to me.
since year when I visited, you show me, and me I say, okay, it makes sense.
makes sense.
Yeah,
All
man,
right,
talk
watch
Talk
to
to
you
me,
God.
now.
talk to me.
Watch
Him
you
tell you
now.
Jackson, but he didn't tell me. Maybe you want. People want to hear. Everybody want to hear.
All
Kommon
right.
Cents University want to hear. Yeah.
All right. So food, food, people gather for food. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? People come together, eat food.
So
People
you're going.
gather, and real estate is a place where people gather. You understand? And call center provide a lot of customers. So three of them
Say
combined
no,
in
say
one is a
no.
perfect sauce.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer now.
You understand?
But
So it
with
work
that
well
though,
together.
right?
Mm.
How do you decide? Because as I say, your ideas pop up and so forth. Or you decide that each opportunity is worth pursuing, and um, is it that you also, after you decide which one you're going to do, you go and you do your background studies of it? AI was popular then, but you went ahead and you do your check-ins and say, okay, I see how I can flip this out. How do you approach it for persons who are listening?
For me, I focus on food and real estate. That's the thing that I do. Anything else is distraction. And the good thing about me, I love food, I love real estate, but what excites me the most is to combine the both of them. You understand?
Mm.
And I've done that well. So there's a lot of investment. I get investment opportunities every week, probably every day. And new ideas always come to me, but I am laser focused on building my real estate portfolio. You
It's
understand?
like you're narrowing, you're zooming and said, this I work with.
Yeah, this may work with those
Even though
those
different investment pops up, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going to finish. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But what I do though, some investment might worth my money, but it doesn't worth my time. So my time and my money is real
I'm
estate.
going to drop some gem, man.
Yeah, it's real
Wait a
estate
while.
and food.
So
There's some
that's an
investment.
important thing to know,
Yeah.
Last, all me hear them big money attack and attack about investment and I get knowledge. Me never hear them say that.
Yeah.
Repeat what you said, people let me hear it again.
I mean, some investment worth my money, but it doesn't worth my time. So
Then how
some
you work?
investment I just put the
Go down
money.
more details. Go down more details.
All right. So for example, um, say transportation. I'm into transportation, but I invested in it. I don't have time to do it because I'm focusing on building my real estate portfolio and scaling the restaurant. But my wife manage the transportation business. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? I have friends that are investing. I can't put my time into your business, but I can put some money in it and ensure that the money work for me.
Returns. Yeah. So
That is
there's
it.
not everything that you're doing you need to have your hands in. Because sometimes when you have your hands in too much different, you miss certain spots.
Distracting.
So it's good to align yourself with that circle that you can do. Very interesting. You never said something, Jackson. Go ahead.
Now, I was just saying it can be distracting. You want to tell us a little bit about the transportation thing? Because I don't think a lot of people even know that something like that exists in Jamaica.
It's quite popular. It's quite popular in Jamaica now. You know, it's really my wife business and my wife dream. You understand? But basically, the transportation is split in two. You have the luxury side where you have the suburban, they call it black trucks. Carry a lot of business professional and
The presidential
yeah,
look,
the presidential treatment.
yeah.
Understand? So it do pretty surprisingly, it do pretty well. You understand? Because Jamaica big. Yeah, a lot of celebrities are coming here. You
Hmm.
understand? And we've been bringing um a lot of talents and a lot of you can it called Jamaica bookings. You understand? And then we have the other side of transportation where we carry BPO workers with the shuttle services
Oh, you're
and
doing that
so forth.
now?
Yeah, man, we've been doing that from 2020. We're bringing
Mm,
over 600 people a day, every single day.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
that is it.
So,
That is
you
it.
mind if me
Yeah,
ask a question? I have a big question for ask him, Jackson. What do you think? And then you can just
yeah,
jump
man.
back
Go on,
right.
man.
Can me listen to you though? I
Mm.
learn. Now, each time these challenges are, these ideas popped in and you say you're gonna go ahead and take on these ideas. I'm asking two questions. Which one of these business venture you think challenge you the most? And which one of them actually excites you the most today?
I would say the restaurant. The
Jaja.
yeah, the
That's the
Yo,
one
restaurant.
in post mode every single day.
Yeah. Yo, I love food now. I mean,
Hey,
can
the
cook,
food them look good still,
Yeah,
The
it
food them
does.
look really good,
so,
man. I
so which
like
one is
the
that?
health.
Excite or
Anyway,
challenge? Excite
answer the
or
question.
challenge?
Answer
Which
the
one?
No,
question.
the
Me leave you.
restaurant excite me the most, and it also
Okay.
challenge me the most, though. You understand?
It took her them.
Yeah, take the two card, I'm gonna tell you why, right?
Mhm.
So, like, I love food, and me eat with my eyes. People eat with them eyes. So, Jackson can tell you the food them look good. And it
And
tastes
tastes
good
good too.
too.
Tastes good
Tastes
too. Yeah,
good.
man. Yeah,
You
man.
understand?
Proper.
So,
Drop the name of the restaurant so we can, drop the name
it's
of the
Good
restaurant.
day.
good day cafeteria, man. Your
Good Day
favorite meals,
Cafeteria.
yeah, your favorite meals in one place. You know,
And it's
every
located
time.
where?
It's located in the Anglin Global Building, Montego Bay.
That is
You
We're
it.
can't miss
about
the
to,
Continue
building.
now.
yeah.
Continue.
Just look around for the tallest building in the downtown, mommy. And that another one
Yeah.
there.
Continue now. That's why you drop
Can't
that
miss
jump.
it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, as I said, I love food, the flavors and everything. Because sometimes you don't know what to eat for lunch. The variety at good day and it just tastes so good. You understand the customer service. Even me, I enjoy customer service, being catered to.
That
My
is it.
you understand? And sometimes I have some concept and I bring it to them and then pull it off real well. And just to hear how people, just give the feedback about the food, the environment and the service, it just make me feel good. You understand? One of the investment that I made that really surprised me. I
No,
never,
I hear you. I hear you talking
yeah,
about the exciting part.
yeah.
What is the challenge?
All right. So
This is the
here's the
most challenge.
challenge now.
It's take the two card. Yeah.
All right. So unfortunately, in business, when your business employ a lot of lower level salary people, that can be very difficult. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So for me, and even though I pay them above market rate, you understand? And then I have KPIs that are part of their salary package that allow them to even earn more. But sometimes
Very
you
good.
have to do a lot of mindset training and development to get them to start think a particular way because some of them people are broke bad, You
Yeah.
understand? And
Yeah.
them have to fit into a culture. So them come from some background where them them not have proper training. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And for them not have certain stability. So I have to
And you
be,
want to have the business have a certain look, so you have to now manage this personality and
yeah,
train this personality.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
for me, it took me a while because I have them in training for 2 months before I open, because it's not just about the food.
2 months.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 months. Man.
that's serious, man.
Yeah, man, I have to get it right because the customer service, if you come into Good Day Cafeteria and you're having a bad day, you should leave having a good day. You
That is it.
understand?
No
That's
after the
been
name.
such a, yeah,
No
you
after
have
the
to,
name. The
yeah, you
fun
have
on
to
the
have a
name.
good day. So
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to teach them,
So the
and it took
customer
us,
service that has to be up there.
it has to be up there. And we ensure of that. So the challenge, dealing with people, the staff from various backgrounds, and we have to just train and retrain, and it took a while for us to get quality staff. I don't just employ people and just put them on the front line. They go through a nesting period and train, you
Very
understand,
important.
before they go on the front line. So that in itself can be very challenging.
And I love how you take the approach of that. That's like a call center approach.
There you go.
I see everything connected now.
Yeah, man.
Should
Mhm.
I ask one more question
Um,
or you want to go ahead, Jackson?
yeah, you're on a roll, You're on a roll. But one thing I want to say about Good Day that
Mm-hmm.
you forgot to mention is that them do juices as well. So like a natural juice them and this is some vegetarian food. We never get to try everything, unfortunately, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I want to come back and try some more things, man, because some of the stuff
I'm
that we
going to
see I
definitely
post.
check it out. Yeah, check out the place
I'm a
and see what it is.
foodie. I'm a foodie. So say, once a food, I might think that
All right, so Jackson, stop sucking
um
your belly now.
calm
You,
down,
you,
man.
you, you let it out of the bag now. So.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
let me ask a question because me rate with I feel like a lot of Jamaicans they have the mindset that you can't make it a Jamaica, right? So, why you think people should choose to stay in Jamaica and invest in Jamaica?
Well, just like many other people will say, no, we're no better than me yard still. I don't know if it's because I make good foreign currency here in Jamaica, why it is different for me. You understand? But there's a bit all the challenges here in the country. There's a lot of opportunities. And with globalization, you can render your goods and services outside of Jamaica and still live in here. You understand? There's some good quality of life. You understand? Yet Jamaica
Yeah.
is developing rapidly. We have the supercars them here. We have structured community. You understand? So I mean, it worked for me, and I stay right here and make a lot of foreign currency. You understand? And
Mhm.
you have many people who are doing it, but there's a lot of opportunity. You have to just look on the demand. And for me as a family man, I like for the around my family. So nowhere better than Mobile to be
Just like
specific.
that.
Yeah,
Maybe
Mobile. Yeah.
what are some opportunities you think that people are overlooking that in Jamaica right now that you feel like ripe for the picking?
All right. Well, what I'm doing right now is a great opportunity for many young entrepreneurs, even established entrepreneurs. A lot of people are intimidated by it, and this is repurposing underutilized commercial buildings. You understand? So, people run down the residential, the new apartments, them. Them small apartments of over $50 million, and then jump into Airbnb. But I'm here to tell people right now, buy some underutilized commercial buildings. You understand? Some underperforming buildings. Because here's the thing, commercial redevelopment or commercial investment is one of the only few investment that you can do that you can force your wealth by increasing your NOI, which is net operating income. So in essence, I can buy a building for $100 million, redevelop it, and it value $200 million within a
True.
year. You understand?
You
So
gentrify the whole thing, eh?
yeah. So there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities in that regard. And that is what I'm focusing on right now. Also, some lower level or lower capital investment, like I believe farming. Farming is one. We produce like the best ginger in our world, yellow yam. You understand? So we can export these things. And even the herbalists them, so the herbalists them a make some good money. The man them a make a
Yeah, say.
root them in our battle. Yeah, diaspora. Man them a cater to the diaspora. Them a make some real good money.
Big up one bitters.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, man, a bit us.
If you were starting over, I'm gonna ask a question now. So if you're starting over with limited capital, obviously in Jamaica, what business would you start?
All right. Whatever I'm going into have to involve AI and social media. But I will go into sales, right? I will learn sales because you can do a course, even YouTube free. You understand? I would go into sales like that's basically what I did when I failed. I started sell everything on me can sell. You understand? But going to sales, you don't have to reinvent
Sales.
the wheel. Find
Yeah.
something where you know where the demand is. You understand? Just like no them girls, you have girls that must sell wig, you know. You know, say girl that must sell wig and clothes online and I make a living. You understand?
Yeah.
So sales is the
Amazon
best bet.
drop shipping.
Yeah, man. Any farmer sales. So
So you said
that
some important things, you know. Go ahead, finish.
yeah. So that's basically it. Sales all the way.
So you said some important things. As I said, when you were failing in that business, you switch to boom, okay, I'm failing in running this business. I'm gonna sell these inventory to different persons in the business. So it's all time is like something is happening, you take the best of the situation. It's like they give you salt, you use the salt to create something else. That's what I
Yeah.
say. And when you have the salt or something else happening, you use it to create something else. Um, Young entrepreneurs who are listening to you, and even persons that are in the business, a lot of persons when they're failing, they hold on to instead of recreate themselves, they hold on to the whole ways and the ways that they think, oh, you have been doing it 10 years this way and you've been facing obstacles. Instead of reinventing themselves, they hold on to it. Are persons who are willing to try something, but they're not sure if once they do it and hit the roadblock like a failure, and they're facing different odds. What would you say to them that, based on you going through it and recreating yourself, what would you say to them?
Um, well, first thing, you only fail you if you give up, basically. You understand? So never give up. That is the only failure if it is that you actually give up and stop trying. You have to surround yourself with people who have been through, you know, failure and read autobiography of, some great business people who have failed before. You understand?
Can't make it past
And
that, Can't make it past that. So just remember where you're going to finish and say.
yeah,
So I think you're going to tell them to study success. You tell them to study failure. No, man, this man is different.
yeah, man, yeah. I mean,
Hold on, the people want to listen what I'm saying. No, for me, my biggest fear is failure,
yeah,
right? And once I'm doing something, I feel like I'm failing. I will go in case of depression. That's me being vulnerable, talking to my people right now. So you're saying about success, you're telling them to study failure. Continue. I just want, you probably go over them heads, so I just want to point it out. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, man. So, as I said, the only time you really fail is when you stop trying, right? And the good thing about failure is that you know what not to do the next time around, right? Look at the people who are successful today. Those people failed miserably in the past.
A
The
lot of times,
man,
some of them too.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
man who has never failed is never successful at anything. I am a failure. And because of that, that makes me very successful
Mm.
and where I'm at right now. So don't be afraid to fail. It's an indication that success is close.
Yeah, yeah. No, sir, that's powerful. That's definitely powerful.
Love it.
I like your reasoning, you know? Yeah, I like your reason. I never hear anybody talk that way when they're reasoning about it's all about success and study, find someone that mirrors you, study that their success and whatever. But it's important, as you said, when it comes to, you know what I mean, studying their failure so you don't make that mistake. Or if you're going through a failure, study it so you don't make that mistake again. That what I'm calling it in my music world, bars, youth. Not the one where me have right that's about bars,
That
words,
is it.
words of power. You have anything you want to ask, Jackson?
Um, what would you say is the best business advice you've ever received?
So many best. All right.
All right,
Profit.
At the rate we're going right
probably
now, my
more
advice is
most
self.
impactful.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
guy, I'm going hard right now.
Yeah, we like exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the ones, so I would say profit first. It's also a book. You guys need to check it out. Profit first. So, many times we do business, and we know the formula of profit. You have your gross revenue and your minus your expenses and whatever leave back, you call it profit. But that is a wrong way of
Mm.
looking at it. There's actually a better way. And the very moment I start practice this, it made my life and my business much better.
Repeat that again. You're not go so hard. Unwind things that I've been taught from way back when now one night. Yeah. What I
Yeah.
say? There's a different way
There's
just to look
A
on
better
profit.
way.
A
Yeah, there's
better
a
way.
better way.
Yeah.
There's a
Not
better
even
way.
different, a better way.
Yeah.
Hey, you
So,
better forward, go do that story I know. May I listen to you? Go
yeah.
on.
So it's called profit first. So as I said, we're taught for gross revenue minus your expenses and what left is your profit. And that's how a lot of entrepreneurs and businesses run into some serious problems. So the better way to do this is to take your profit first. So no matter what business, what type of business, service, or product, right? You need to take your profits. So if your profit at 10%, you take your 10% out of the sale first. That is the first thing you need to do, right?
What we got bills to pay?
No.
We'll
Profit
figure out the bills after.
first, right? You have to be intentional with this. Remember, you're in a business to make profit, not to pay bills, Be careful, Be careful. So here I know. Take your profit first. First of all, you need five bank accounts. One, we receive a revenue. Two, we take a profit. Three, we have your payroll account. Fourth, your taxes. And you have your operating account. Right? Your profit first we need to take need to be in a different bank, not their main bank. Because you take it, whatever 10%, 15%, you take it first. Put that aside. You take your taxes, you accumulate that, put that aside. You see, when you start do that now, you're not because when you have everything in a one account, you feel say you have money, and you don't have no plan how to start spend because you feel say you have it in a month or in a year.
Whatever I throw would probably, man.
Nothing left.
I like that teaching
So by taking your profit first and accumulating that and put it in a different bank account in another bank, it actually works. So what happened now? So not only your profit, your taxes too. So when you start taking those percentage and accumulate it elsewhere, when a tax time come, you can't pay your taxes, you're in a trouble.
Tax put
When
aside.
when when time now, when if you take a dividend and enjoy your money, you'll be rewarded on that basis. But when you have everything in a one now, it 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 allows you to feel like you have the money and you know basically budget yourself properly. So take your profit first. Even a bag juice yourself, know your profit, take it first, put it aside, accumulate it. It can help for rainy days, slow period. It can also help to bail you out a problem and reward it. Yeah, buy what you want to buy, live where you want to live, and take care of people them who you love. You understand? So profit first, I would say it is impactful. So that is something that was taught to me. Now I came up with my own formula that I use in all of my businesses to, to be successful and create financial freedom. And this is something that is practical, that anybody can follow. And I'm going to see if I can summarize it quickly without trying to not teach. 'Cause I love to teach,
Realize,
Oh,
man.
yeah, teach me tonight.
Yeah. So the first thing,
Class, quiet. Yeah, listen.
yeah, so the first thing now we call Macaulay is an abbreviation. So each letter means something. So no matter what, so the first letter is M and it represents multiple recurring revenue or monthly recurring revenue. So no matter what business you have or you're into, try to find a way how to let at least 50% of your revenue become recurring. You understand? Because if you don't have that, each month it feels like you're gonna start over from zero. You understand? And that is why I love real estate, because once that tenant sign a lease for 5 or 10 years, every month you're getting that check. You understand? You're getting that payment. And I have many businesses like that. So monthly recurring revenue, it is important. Try to at least have 50% or get repeat customers. You understand? Second abbreviation now is automation. So you can't try to do everything yourself. So you use AI now, or you can automate your processes using AI and also get an assistant, a good assistant who basically buy back your time so you can focus working on the business, not in the business. So use a good assistant and along with AI tools to automate your processes in your business. So know you buy back your time. Second, the third abbreviation is collaboration, right? So now you collaborate with people who can bring a business. So for example, in real estate, I will have like the realtors. The realtors will bring tenants to me and I don't have to pay them until they perform. So that save back a lot of my cash flow. So when you bring business to me, that is time when I pay them. You understand? And then even the transportation, you have persons in the hotel, the front desk, the bellman that will bring, customers to you, and then you pay them when you get paid. So you have to find collaborators in your business that work for you without you have to pay them upfront. And trust me, they will be motivated to bring you business. Now,
Powerful. Mhm.
the fourth one, sorry, is accumulation. And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs are not getting it right. you have to accumulate. You can't own anything if you make the money and spend the
Spend
money.
it back. Yeah,
You
bruv.
have to accumulate. You understand? It is very important that you accumulate. Not just to save, accumulate so you can invest properly, right? You have to accumulate a profit, you have to accumulate for invest, you have to accumulate for pay taxes, all of those things. So accumulation is very powerful, and is when I start accumulating money, I can really get to start own real estate and own things and make some sizable investment. The other one is leverage. The L stand for leverage. You understand? You have to learn how to, you know, use leverage other people time, other people money, and other people experience. So you don't know everything, a man will know more. And even employees them. I say I'm multi-talented, I employ most of my talents. So any talent we want, we can employ it. I leverage your experience. You understand? Leverage them time,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
leverage
that a
other
lot of
people money.
business owners don't understand, you don't know everything.
Yeah, don't know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to
man.
first accept
Yeah.
that. And when you accept that, that's how you can move to the next level because now you're open to um research, learn, and apply. No,
Yeah.
We
But
when
there
you
want
is
to hear the
can,
one
I.
more.
We want to hear the
There's
I.
one more,
go
the
ahead.
I.
Yeah,
So
Go
the
yeah.
ahead.
I is what a
Yeah,
lot of people are afraid of, and it's insurance,
gotcha.
right? So insurance, a lot of people see insurance as something where you waste money on, or when you're dead, there is no benefit to you. But I mean, you have to insure for legacy. Right? So how I do my insurance now, there's a methodology called DIME where you add up all of your debt, right? How much money you owe, add it up, right? Your income, whatever your income, your annual income, you times that by 10, so 10 years, right? Your mortgage balance, you add that up, right? And then your education, your children education from where they're at to tertiary level, you add up all of that. And that is the total insurance package that you need to buy. So if anything should happen to you, God
You're
Mm.
forbid,
covered.
your debt paid off, your beneficiaries get income for 10 years, your mortgage pay off, and you fund your children education up to tertiary. So that is securing your legacy. You understand? So that is basically a summary. So it's six is a framework of 6 strategies that you can apply in your businesses to ensure that you are successful if you follow them in the right order.
No. Um, this is a lot.
Bars.
Yeah, this
That's
is a
it.
lot.
Hey,
Hold
trust
on,
me.
hold on,
Trust me.
hold on. No, I'm sure our viewers are right now taking notes and getting into it. But a part of common sense is when we reason with the common man. So the soup man will probably say to you, say, when me try get a bank account home, me have to give my ancestors' DNA, which is in Jamaica, and all these things. How him gonna get five? Um, but that's another thing. You know what I mean? Once you said they accumulate and you speak to different bank and banks say you need to have assets and the list goes on. So you did actually answer that. I was
Mm.
about to ask about what are the habits that your daily habits that you actually go about towards creating yourself for success. But I'm guessing that the levels that you brought us through is like your habits as well, right?
Yeah, man. Reading, I read a lot. I read every day. I'm addicted to reading. The secrets are in the books. You understand? The
Yeah,
secrets
yeah.
are
We
in the
love book with pictures. I mean, I show.
book. Yeah, man, you have to
Well,
read.
big
I
picture of
encourage
over
people
there.
read every day.
But we can persons who you can we also have technology, so we now have the audiobooks.
Yeah.
One of the audiobooks that I'm listening to now is the Millionaire syllabus by a great friend of mine. You know, he doesn't link with the locals anymore. His name is Kemar Jackson. He's up there at the levels. Oh, he stopped in to talk with us
But
today. So
yeah,
you can check out that book as well.
but I'm trying to get to the
Definitely.
levels. So that's why I'm here
Definitely.
listening attentively, you know?
Yeah, man.
So,
I see big and bold in the background right there, man.
oh yeah, man. This little thing.
Yeah.
So we actually have a group and we asked some of the folks what questions would they like to ask you? We told them you know, basically describe the person that we're speaking to, and the question they came up with is, you know, if well, with BPO operations expanding across Jamaica, and with those infrastructures having a high amount of energy usage and that kind of thing, um, you know, how would are you guys looking into more like a renewable energy source? So one of the guys we had on before was OFR Innovations, and you know, if they wanted to be like a preferred partner for the BPO developments and the call centers, like how would they get into that space?
All right. So I I must declare that you know, BPO BPO now represent less than 10% of my revenue and also my focus. I'm not heavily invested in BPO anymore. But the energy situation is one of the issues within the space currently. I
Yeah,
think you know that probably be their third highest cost on their P&L. You understand? With solar, with renewable energy, solar is becoming more affordable right now. And I see it is as an avenue where a lot of businesses are going into. Even earlier today I've met with a solar company trying to, you know, take the common area of the grid, you know, and go solar. So it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. You understand? With return on investment as little as probably 3.5 to 4 years, I believe it makes sense. You understand? So that is something I know a lot of people and the government along with, you know, with NHD is supporting that move. They have grants, they have loans that
yeah,
is directed in terms of making that investment. So that is something that I would encourage, you know, business people, not just BPO, if though BPO use a lot of energy, you know, because you can't go down. Your data center cannot go
you have
down
to,
any
you
at
have
all
to, yeah,
24/7.
yeah,
So, but I can say this. Um, I think data centers is a big opportunity here in Jamaica, right? And not gonna say too much on that, but with the emergence of AI, data center is gonna be pretty important in the landscape, and you know that um renewable energy is a big or an important part of data center. So everybody want the solar, whatever, renewable energy, start their research and how you can get into that.
And we had
wow,
someone that we interviewed that is into solar. You know. We definitely want them to pay keen attention to this reasoning.
Yeah.
But one of
definitely,
the questions that we have is as well is um, with all the accomplishment, and you mentioned the word legacy, a very powerful word that some don't believe in too. As it relates to you, with Each time you challenge yourself, you overcome, you recreate yourself and you pivot and move forward and conquer. When it comes to legacy, what what do you hope to leave behind when it comes to your legacy as when you mention your name as a business person and an investor? What does your legacy look like? What explain to us? What are the legacy that you're building?
All right, so something that I am proud of, my family can be proud of, right? And I try to lead with great humility. You understand? The people who know me, they go say that you're the humble. You understand? So I lead with great humility. You understand? And for me, I build a legacy where success is defined as the quality of life myself and my team members are able to enjoy. So it's not just about me. If I'm living good, I want my team members to live good. You understand? And I spend a lot of time developing their mindset, how they can develop as an individual. So if I'm investing in real estate, my team members them need to invest in a real estate too. You can't
That is
come see
it.
me build real estate and you're not doing it for yourself
It's
too.
crazy yesterday, because we
Yeah.
had an episode once, and we didn't have time to look through it to see. We talk about when you're starting to hoop in your mind towards greatness, do you leave your broke friends behind? You know, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And a lot of people say you have to shift yourself from the environment. Because a lot of time people can be a heavyweight. So how
Yeah.
Mhm.
how with all this you're doing, you have time to pull them along? And why? Why not just move forward?
Well, it's important before you can pour into others, you have to ensure say your cup full. You understand? You have to ensure say your cup full first before you can over pour into others. A lot
So
of people,
first, you
That
have to
is it.
work on self.
yes, you have
Hmm.
to work on yourself. When your cup full, or it can overflow because a lot of times people make them first money and them don't want to look nowhere. They want to try to pull up everybody and it drain your energy. It drain your
Hmm.
energy. You can't they growing up
Family and
and
friends. And
yeah,
then them turn around and tell you, so you they have all the things we want, they never achieve it. So first you have to learn to build yourself first so you can work.
yeah.
That is it.
Point taken.
All right. So in wrapping up, we have one last question. If you could leave every Jamaican, and I know Jamaican alone, I listen, but we could leave the Common Sense University folks with one message about success, entrepreneurship, and believing in themselves, what would it be?
All right. I would say you just need to find a strategy or a framework that you can follow that works for a lot of successful people. And I will leave this with you. First thing you need to do is to find your purpose. It is important that you find your purpose. And when you find that purpose, you need to stay focused, right? Focus on whatever you're doing long enough until it works. And then you need to start practicing strategic silence. Stop announce everything that you're doing before you do it. You understand? Or before you reach some form of success. Because I know everybody wants to see you win, and people can't destroy what they don't know.
Gotcha.
Right? So practice strategic silence. So find your purpose, stay in focus, and practice strategic silence.
So look, I'm kind of iffy on that. I hear why. Listen to me. All right? We're reasoning, and we know we're about to close.
Mm-hmm.
We all work differently, right?
Yeah.
So what if I'm a person, like when I put it out there, for example, I remember when I started doing music, I
Mm-hmm.
started calling myself Billboard artist, right?
Yeah.
And I put it out there. I have this name in my mind, and I curate it, and I said, Witter the legend, you know? People said to me, I walk out and end up on stage. I type DJ name and I must say Witter the legend. But I wasn't thinking about DJ. I was
Mm.
thinking internationally. I was thinking about the awards. I use my last name because I know Bob Marley. I know Michael Jackson. A lot of these legacy has to do with the last name. So I
Mm.
put it out there. I remember people laugh at me and they say I must say Billboard when they put him on say I'm gonna perform a party, must say I get.
Mm.
But because I put that out there, it's like I set a benchmark. And I
Mm.
mean that by any means necessary, I have to use my talent. And when I say
Mm.
any means necessary, people might corrupt. I have to use my talent to highlight myself to get there. And I like speak it into being and then achieve it.
Mm.
Right? So for me, when I said I'm gonna do something because I live by my words and I said I'm gonna do it, it's like a motivation for me to get it done.
Mm.
But you're saying there's a flip side to it. When you announce it, you face more obstacles, which I'm not challenging you. I'm just telling you how I do it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit different based on what you explain. You
Mhm.
understand what you're doing? You're manifesting
Mhm.
something. You
Mm,
understand?
different.
Yeah. But it's a bit different. For example, you go buy a new car. You understand?
Where you going
You
now?
buy a new car.
I must say, come on, sense to have to break it down. So go ahead.
Yeah. You buy a new car, no, you have some man, I say, yo, you make a piece of food, you go buy a new car. You have some people around you have bad mind and stop it from happen.
Take it from here.
Understand? Make them see the result. Let them see a
Them see
job.
the new car.
Yeah. So I
So it's
like
different
that.
between manifesting and telling what you're gonna do.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That is it.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, if my STS I read the program I've done, so I've got to read that next time.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
we are saying we just basically touch the surface of the investing and all of the knowledge that Omar and knowledge and experience that Omar has. But Omar, I just wanna say personally, thank you. I am personally proud of you, bro. Seeing you do all of these great things, and knowing that you come from humble beginnings and you're able to achieve this. I wouldn't say by yourself. You had a team around you, and that team
Mhm.
also started just about the same place that where you started as well, right? So it wasn't
Yeah.
a bootstrap, right? So definitely glad to see you succeed, and thank you for stopping by the Common Sense podcast. Really appreciate it. Until next time, come you have to come back on next time, cause you kind
Yeah.
of hint about something, and say I have one next thing I brew again, and so anything already, yeah, man, just give us a shout. Stop by, and thanks on behalf of Common Sense. Wait, I have anything else?
um, no, I've learned a lot. I'm still in processing. Remember, I said me and a man where
Back
can't
at the
really
class.
yeah, can't really read, so I'm gonna have to look for a picture. So no matter myself to read now, I'm gonna use the audiobook like I'm use the audiobook
Yeah,
and
man,
learn
definitely, definitely.
the millionaire syllabus. So I'm gonna have
That
to do
is
a lot
it.
of audiobook. You understand? Yeah, so big up myself, man. I really appreciate you joining us here at Kommon Cents University. And that's what it really is, though. Is to break down topics and reason with our people on a level where they can understand it. And that's what you're doing. You're definitely a product from the ghetto. As I say, you can be with the regular and you can be with the corporate. And that's a regular, I mean like the common folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we appreciate that diversity. And I guess that's what helped you to manifest and achieve a lot. I tell you, from a black man to a next black man, from a brother to a next brother, we're proud of you. And we wish you nothing but greatness and more achievement. And we're definitely looking to have you again to sit down and talk with us. All right?
Man, I appreciate the invite. I want to encourage you guys to keep this going. You understand? Because this is really needed. You
Yes,
understand? What you guys are doing for the business community. A lot of people looking forward to entrepreneurship, and listening, good conversation with people
exactly.
who
I
makes
know we could
life.
have do a lot of the rare, but You know, we are heading for the university, reasoning and the teaching of the people. So,
That is it.
you know, we could do all of these topics and the virals and things, but this is important, and we are growing steadily, slowly but surely. And it's not, this is not who you know, how much people you know, but who you know, and that's the power of life.
Yes, sir.
Common Sense make it make sense.
All right.
Yeah.
Until next time, people, thanks for joining.